Alright, so chapter 2, there's a lot of similarities to chapter 1. Um, so that can be good or bad, I suppose. So we're going to today just write and graph inequalities. That just means greater than or less than. So you're going to have a few, nothing really to solve today, but you're going to have to write some inequalities from words, from graphs, a few different things. So the first set of problems, it's just going to say write the sentence as an inequality. So you're not solving anything. You're just rewriting the words. Okay. So if we had a number minus 3 is less than or equal to negative 2. Okay, so really kind of the thing that we haven't talked about so far this year, but is this idea of like less than or equal to. So I think the beginning part, a number minus 3. So pick your letter, a minus 3. So a number means pick your letter, minus 3. Okay, less than or equal. So if it's less than, that means we're going to use this symbol. If it's less than, it's pointing to it. If it's greater than, the opening is like to whatever's greater. But the and equal part means I put a line underneath. And then negative 2. Okay, so our symbols, less than, greater than, less than or equal, and greater than. I didn't spell that right. Greater than or equal. Okay, so if you saw more than, that's going to be greater. If you're going to see fewer, that's going to be less. Okay, so sometimes you'll see they'll write the word fewer, that means less, or more for greater than. Okay, so just take the sentence in the order that it's written, and translate it into an inequality. You're not solving it. Okay, you're just like that right there is the answer. Okay. All right. So then the next section, and this is something that's going to come up a lot this year. So the idea of is something a solution? And I wrote it like that because there's different versions of it, but I don't care what the version is. If the directions say is something a solution, what you do to figure that out is plug it in. That's going to come up in a ton of different chapters. Okay, is something a solution? What do? I just plug it in. So if we had x plus 4 is greater than 10, and then it'll say x equals 8. So you just plug in 8 for x. Is 12 greater than 10? Yes. So it is a solution. It's really just that simple. Okay? Plug it in, see if it works. The one you need to be careful of, so let's say you did your work, you plugged it in. Well, let me see if I can create one that works out that way. So if we had x minus 5 is less than negative 7, and it says x is negative 2. So when you go to plug it in, negative 2 minus 5 is less than negative 7, you're going to get negative 7 is less than negative 7. So for this one, the answer is no, because negative 7 isn't less than negative 7, it's equal. If I changed the problem to that, then when you plug it in, you get negative 2 minus 5 and negative 7 is less than or equal to, it turns to yes because of the equal part. Okay, so be careful of those when you plug them in, that if they're the same number and if there's no and equal, then the answer is no, but if there is, then the answer is yes. Okay? On these ones, there's work to show because you need to plug it in. The rest of the problems, there really isn't any work that you need to show. Okay? Two more things to do, kind of go together, but the next thing you'll have to do is graph an inequality. So if I have x is greater than negative 1. So it just means graph on a number line. So I really just need to, I want you to put 0 and then whatever number you're dealing with. So we put a circle over the negative 1. Greater than means all these numbers are greater than negative 1. So all those numbers are solutions. 10 is greater than negative 1. 4 is greater than negative 1. Okay? If we had x is less than or equal to 5. So put 0, put 5, draw the circle. Less than means go this way, but the and equal means color in the circle. Okay, so just greater than or just less than, leave the circle open. If you do the and equal part, then you got to color the circle in. Okay? So you'll have a few of those. I think they're pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. Then you'll do the opposite. So the problem will be the actual graph. And then you'll write the solution, or the inequality. So x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Remember, colored in circle means and equal. So on this one, it would be x is less than, just regular less than 4. Okay, so should be pretty simple, hopefully. It's kind of a lot of problems, but each problem doesn't take very long to do, so it should go quicker even though there's close to 20 problems. Okay? Alright, knock that out. Not a lot of work to show today, so just write the problem down, and then a lot of them, other than the plug in your answer problems. So, alright, have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.